Looking at the letters more closely, you see they spell out Philip K. A couple of drawers are half open, revealing they are filled with documents and dust. See how the documents are organized. Every drawer has an almost faded label with the year starting at 1935, 1938, 1939, 1942, and so forth. It all ends at 1966. Judging by the open drawers, each of the folders inside is labeled with the year and month it covers. Someone was either a master of organization or obsessed with tidiness, or both. Take a closer look at the documents. There are thousands of documents in this monstrosity. It's like someone even kept the receipts for chewing gum. No way you can just casually inspect them. It would take too many loops with just a few minutes you get in this house. You have to look for something specific. It's not a matter of time, it's a matter of willpower. Why would anyone need all this paper? Well, you already forgotten the have you already forgotten the age before computers and the internet? It wasn't so long ago. It was a long time ago. True, you are old. What kind of madman gathered all these papers? Madman or workaholic? It's all a matter of perspective. Sleeve. Ugh. 2 freaking minutes left. Dust gathered. What? Dust gathered something. That's gonna annoy me. Let's go here. Oh, look how we're walking. The front cover features a group of heavily armed people, knives, assault rifles, dynamite sticks. The title is Grassroots to Bushfires, Walter Group and For Our Children by Julian Georgeson. Leave it be. I don't have the time. An old cowboy hat and outrider, no less. Relic from simpler or maybe rougher times. Take the hat carefully. Don't want to trigger any alarms. Old houses, old objects. Maybe the hat's booby trapped or something, or cursed. Either way, tread lightly. The rugged leather greets your fingertips, scarred by a wind and sun. Beneath it rests a surprisingly soft lace strap, the kind of lace that would rather dance on a ballroom floor than face the desert grit. And yet it endured, shielding its owner from the elements day after day. It's no wonder someone saw fit to display it like a trophy of a bygone era, a reward for loyalty that outlasted reasons. Pull a rabbit out of the hat. You picture the perfect flourish and theatrical reveal. Now you only need the right words. Abraca, abracarabbit, abracadabbit. Commands slip from your mouth like half-remembered magic syllables, and your hand plunges into the hat's depths, searching. You pull the rabbit out, holding it gently, but your astonishment doubles when it produces a hat of its own. With the flourish, drags out a miniature you. It's just a fleeting mental sleight of hand, a playful dance with your own imagination, but it shows you little how to take the spark. But it shows you little. It shows how little it takes to spark real joy and how empowering that spark can truly be. What's this? A relic from a bygone age, an ornate revolver in the frame of curling wood. Below the antique is a plaque, Iron Fang 45, and below that, Maynard Arville K 1910. I'm not going to make this. Uh, Someone is inside, probably hand banging to the take a peep through the keyhole. Your eyes meets only whiteness, but then you catch a drawn shape, a hand with an erect middle finger. Knock. Nothing happens. Even if there's someone inside, they will never hear you knocking through all the music. Walk away. Yeah, this isn't happening. Son of a gun. The gorgeous redhead in a tight dress is still here, holding her gun. Take the book with you. Metalhead from the ranch. Someone is listening to very loud music. There must be a faster and less painful way to enter the house than breaking the door each time. You heard that Walter has a secret way of exiting, so there must be an alternate way to enter it to hold to commit. Cause man, no. The shelf holds several photo albums. One of them is made out of cowhide. The black and white pattern is still vibrant, despite the album's apparent age. The second alarm is made out of The second album is made out of faux leather, with an even faker gold print of K Family. A crumbling plastic cover barely holds the third album, and there's a faded title, Bothwood High School, Generation of 2000. Check the high school album. It's filled with prom photos of pimple-infested teenage faces that mean nothing. That means nothing or less. That means nothing or less to you. Search for Maxine K. Maxine took her prom picture in jeans and with a cowboy hat. How's that for a statement? Look for Alex. Alex sports punk, spiky hair, a purple suit jacket, and a once black t-shirt with Leo Thatcher for mayor. Is Frank here? If you hadn't seen Anita's old camera recordings earlier, you surely wouldn't recognize the man. Frank looked like life wasn't kind to him, but almost normal. Flip through the whole album. All in all, 32 pictures of teenagers that made an effort to look their best or their worst. At the end of it, you find an instant print picture from the celebration. It says Frank, Alex, Maxine, 2004. Frank and Alex are draining whiskey, bottles from intertwined hands, while Maxine is cheering them on. Thumb through K Family album. The first few pages hit you right in the feels. All of them are packed to the brim with pictures of a funeral. Maxine must really like picking at her emotional scabs. Speaking from experience, are we? One photograph stands out. Walter in a black suit and a black cowboy hat. Black clad Alex and Maxine by his side. All of them are holding a fistful of soil, like they're preparing to throw it into the gaping grave. The date is February 15, 1990. Yep. That must have been tough. Maxine lost her mom when she was what, 4 years old? Old enough to remember her, far too young to have any coping mechanisms. Tough is an understatement. The following pages are all filled with instant print landscapes of Rue Valley, with a horse or two in some of the shots. Someone went on exploration expeditions. But all the pictures look wrong. The frames are askew, or three is too. All the pictures look wrong. The frames are askew, or there is too much light, like a young child was handling the camera. One particular picture from the series pops out, Walter staring at the endless desert cheeks and bloodshot and eyes bloodshot. Below it only says Pops 1991. I know that redness, that empty stare. Yep, he's dead drunk. A state you've pulled yourself out from. A state you've pulled yourself from one too many. The next pages are filled with similar photographs. Walter on the porch, an empty bottle of numbnite next to him. Walter next to the ranch house that's deteriorating even more rapidly than him. Walter with kids who look so full of life, like they're leeching his own vitality. Among many another photograph from the graveyard stands out. The title is Mom's Anniversary, February 2nd, 1993. Everyone is clad in black. Maxine is sitting on Walter's knee wearing a cowboy hat. Alex is further away, his arms folded and full of rocks. Walter is sinking deeper and deeper into Boo's Lake, and it's pulling him down, down, down by those bitter tasting hooks. You continue flipping through pages and start noticing a pattern established with the last picture. Maxine is always around Walter, always dressed like him. And Alex, he's always around, but always occupied with something else. One of the photographs from this period pops out. Maxine is determined, holding a golden trophy shaped like a lasso. Walter is gleaming with pride, and Alex is further away, his face filled with dismay. The title below reads My First Golden Lasso, 1997. It's weird. Walter looks far more happier than Maxine. This tells you who actually wanted that trophy more. At the very end of the album, you find an ancient photograph. It's so old that that it is that it has almost utterly faded away. A horse in full gallop, a rider standing in stirrups, spinning a lasso around him. Takes the Cowhide album. The touch of preserved hide makes your skin crawl. You feel like this album is more than 100 years ago, like it will crumble in your hands. Good cow. With each gentle touch, the fur prickles up, coming to life in your hands, inviting you to pry open the album. Open. The pages are yellow and thin, and each is filled with duct taped instant print photographs that were also popular some 40 years ago. Flip through the page to see what the album story is. The album is mostly filled with instant print photos of a man in a cowboy hat and a blind woman that's taller than him. Below every photo are names of Walter Kate and Helen Dewey and dates in the time span of 1980 to 1991. 1981. Helen Dewey. Huh. Um, Seeing dozens of pictures from various locations, it seems to you Walter and Helen had explored a whole area, from mountain slopes to river canyons to vast open expanses of a desert. They look like a nice couple. There is a peculiar hunger that's evident in both of their faces, even through faded photographs. The following pages are filled with professional photographs of the modest wedding of Walter and Helen. He's still sporting a cowboy hat, but the suit is new. She's lovely in her lace wedding dress and high heels. The date is February 2nd, 1982. The ranch house looms in the background of many celebratory pictures. It's practically unrecognizable from the it's practically unrecognizable from the ruin you saw today. Maybe that was my mistake. Should have hiked more with her, and she would still leave you in her dust trail. Face it, there was nothing else you could do. It was always going to end like that. Moving on from heartbreak. At the end of the album, you see three pictures. Helen is in a torn hospital gown, her hair messed up, eyes bloodshot. Walter is right next to her, gleaming with pride. Both of them are holding a newly born baby. Screams and blood smears are end all. Helen is cradling hers protectively while Walter is proudly displaying what is undoubtedly his newborn son. Below the pictures, you read Maxine and Alex K. and the date September 17, 1986. Uh, Come on, people. At least give them a bath before taking a picture. That would kind of ruin the whole point of a birth picture, wouldn't it? The next photograph shows Walter and Helen with children who are a few years old. Walter is holding Alex, who is dressed like his clone, along with a baby cowboy hat, while Maxine is with her mom. The date is April  24th, 1988. So Walter was favoring Alex at first, then Maxine? The last photograph was taken by a real professional. Its colors are still bright and true. Walter is holding both Alex and Maxine on his shoulders, and Helen by the hand. Behind them is a large and Helen by the hand. Behind them is a large blue and red banner, Walter K. Mayor, for our children. The date is January 12th, 1988. All right, I've seen enough. There it is.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Unfortunately.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now. And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions. But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times, if
I'll
possible.
try.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm. However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
No questions.
All right then. That's it for today. You should go and check in at the office.
All right.
Your room is probably...
Mainly because I want to see if I can talk to...
Come on, you thief!
If I go to the BO... KB. Oh, perfect. At exactly 8 o'clock. Will she be still in that spot? There she is. Wow. There we go. Is there anything new?
Hey, I'm Travis, and you look...
Nope. That's annoying. There she is. No. Walk down the road. It just takes so long. We're soaked again. Oh, we bypassed. We didn't get the thunder bolt yet. It has to be this. Oh, has to be this. Nope. Huh. Try the other side. If we can. We cannot. Maybe a window? Straight into the house again. Another hurt foot. Okay. Let's continue on this way. Hide, nothing hidden. Going through the photos once was more than enough. Oh, that they're together. You've already given it a once over duct tape, dusty, unused for some time. Open it. Inside a few ornaments, some coloring pens, a hair clip, and several pens. Trinkets, little things that feel more like memories than objects. Without the one who kept them all, you can't be sure what any of it means. You can only guess. The coloring pens, a reminder of childhood cheer? Maybe, possibly. You can't say for sure. Enough of this guessing game. Better to focus on what can be known without imagination. Put the lid back. Miscellaneous memories, yes. Answers, no. Um, let's do this. A booklet with a lot of text written in very small letters. Examining the booklet. In your hand is True Nature Unfolds. It's not a booklet at all, but a collection of folded papers. It's a warranty from the company that installed the house's front doors. Putty, whatever doors, locks, and fortifications. Read it carefully. Legal jargon sprawls across the pages, dense and impenetrable. A fortress of clauses, terms, and conditions designed to frustrate more than inform. It's a kind of text that only matters long after it's too late. The date and the footers are the only useful parts. The door was installed, and the warranty began on June 15th, 2027. The footer points you to Footy Lodger's website. Could their support section hold the secret to unlocking the door faster? Possibly. That's actually good to know. Golden trophies line a rickety shelf, not a speck of dust or grime on them. What's with this golden scroll trophy? There's an inscription at the base of the trophy. 1995 Stockman's Quiz, Rue Spring Country Fair, then Maxine K. first place. You can use Frank's phone. What the hell is Stockman's Quiz? Search the internet on your phone. Ah, yes, no internet. You can remember to check it later when you're online, but let's be real. This will be the only moment in your life that you want to find out about Stockman's Quiz. At the moment, it's gone. The Galloping Horseman shooting a rifle. Despite the deception casted by golden glitter, a scratch on one of the horse's legs reveals the trophy is actually made out of plaster. A cursive inscription on the trophy base reads, Horseback Shooting Competition, Bothwood Country Fair 1994, followed by first place Maxine K. Wasn't she like super young back then? What about it? You're telling me you wouldn't trust your child to shoot a firearm from from horseback? Please. The trophy shaped like a lasso. You have to admire the craftsmanship. The textile really feels like a real rope bound in lasso. The base of the trophy reads 1997's cow herding tournament, Crimson Desert County Fair, and Maxine K first place. What's underneath all this gold paint? As as the paint slowly chips away, your nails reveal a real rope underneath whoever made it. Probably used a ton of super glue to make it work. What about this trophy shaped like a golden spur? The inscription reads Rue Cannon County Fair and horseback riding. Maxine K first place with the year 2000. Who knew this place kept such strong traditions for a way of life that's been dead for more than a century? Some things are just hard to kill. Seems Maxine was groomed from a very young age for a very specific way of life. That doesn't entail growing and running a gas station. All of us are just hope she's happier now. What's this? A stereo system, probably from the late 90s or early 2000s. You spent countless hours blasting angsty music through a very similar device back in your teenage years. Turn it on. The stereo hums to life and LED lights flicker across the control panel, almost too eager to show off its cutting edge features. Two cassette decks, a radio receiver, a CD player that can hold 7 discs, and the big bass boost option. Cassette decks. There's a cassette inside the right deck. The left one is empty. Play the cassette. A smooth plane of voice glides over a steady rhythm of accordion and guitar. The lyrics speak of leaving everything behind and long nights spent far from home. Turn on the ejector cassette. It doesn't bulge at first, sticking slightly before you manage to pry it open. The label on the cassette reveals it's a DIY mixtape, and what was written on the label is faded and smudged beyond recognition. Check out the CD player. What can you say? It boosts the 7 disc capacity. Wow. It boasts. Yes, 7 whole discs. You could load up an entire week's worth of music or just let it sit there, showing off its potential. Whoever last used it clearly didn't have the vision for that kind of commitment, as the display flickers, indicating there's only 1 disc inside. Play the disc. The disc begins to spin, and the speakers come alive with a surge of grinding beats, metallic melodies, and harsh synthics screeching like factory alarms. Hell yeah, it's Ironwave. The metallic chaos hit you like a fist in the chest, energizing and unapologetic. Eject the disc. The CD tray slides out with a soft mechanical whirl, revealing the burnt CD. Written across the surface is an uneven marker is the note, not Gastabrator Blues, music from Jace. It's only when you read it again that it hits you. Gastabrator Jace could be Jace in the dumpster burns. No, it has to be him. Yeah, and he definitely looks old enough to still be burning audio discs in 2027. Speaking of audio discs, don't you still drive a car with a CD player? If you thought ahead and burnt a couple of discs yourself before coming here, you could have been cruising through the desert to music you actually like. No. A bed is neatly made, ready for sleep, and simply for show. Nothing remarkable about it, except that it's Maxine's and it has the air of a fairly heirloom. Search the room. You find nothing except the nagging thought that it looks far more comfortable than the bed in your own room, despite being much, much older. It carries the faint scent of lavender and herbs, probably from a homemade softener. They really don't make them like they used to. What's this? Handmade, half handmade, half inherited, entirely unattractive. Wow. Oh no, I did that. A booklet with a lot of text written in very small letters. Um, read the blurb on the back cover. Lillian Miller is a decorated veteran. I've read that already. Take a look at the first couple of pages. All right, I think we've done that. To Gideon Good Fun, you need some of that in your life right now. And an illegible signature. Open a random page. Your hand stumbled upon a bookmark somewhere in the middle of the book, a good place to start as any. With a deep sigh of pleasure and relief, she slid off his sweat-drenched body. You're not sure what's happening or why, but that's how it was. But that's how it is when you start reading a book in the middle. Better not spoil it. Let's start from the beginning. Uh, take the book with you. We can clear this out. Perhaps Alice will recognize the nickname Jace. We just have to talk to Alex. Okay. Browse. Oh, that's annoying. There we go. Let's go to the gas station. You have to go somewhere with internet anyway.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Still here.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experienced and will
Yeah.
surely be, but for now, I just
I'll
want you to
try.
acknowledge. That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us, however, since this is
No questions.
all right then, you should go and check in at the office.
All right. Oh, I will. I don't think I need to. I'll charge it next time. Actually, you know what?
I'll break you open
Nope.
if I
Let's
want
leave. Head south is to the gas station. Good. Oh, I knew something place had a camera. Smile for the camera. Just smile. You can do better than that. Make a cover pose, but give them a face of disapproval. Nose away and up high. Arms tied in a perfect knot. And a razor sharp stump to complete this body language cursive posture spelling of I don't like this. Interesting. Funny. Let's go back in. She's not here yet.
Welcome to Max Gas. You need some help getting gas in that city car of yours, you don't want something else?
Do you
We
ever
got
have
no
a
booze, mind you.
Do you ever have a feeling of being under constant surveillance?
Oh, what now?
Surprised, she stops almost mid-sentence, but then her facial expression shows a great deal of familiarity.
You listen here. It doesn't matter how much paranoidness going on in your head, I seen more. And no matter how much I don't care about all that, fortunately for Alexia, there ain't no way in hell anyone can hack into these cameras. They're connected to this here machine.
She points to a security terminal behind her and
Through a
continues.
special secured router completely separated from the internet and protected by firewalls and some other technical mumbo-jumbo, courtesy of my brother's assistants.
She slows down as if to catch her breath.
Only surveillance here is done by myself on this there little screen. Any other dumb questions?
This is getting you nowhere. All of the actors must have been specifically Specifically prepared for answering specifically this kind of question. Time to start ripping apart the scenery then. Oh, that's not what I want. No use. They just repair it and replace it at the end of the loop while you're knocked out. The only thing they can't replace is you. No, I'm not ready to stop being. It hasn't come to that yet. Hopefully it never will, man. Why do you always have to jump to extremes? Start small. Progress from there. No need to paint the walls with your brains from the get-go. A minor alteration A minor bodily alteration will be difficult to undo by the people running this place, even while you're knocked out. So if you wake up and you're still there, or if they've patched it somehow or tried to hide it, I can finally focus on getting out of here. Exactly. Best to do this in your room. It's the easiest place to fortify if others try to stop you. Besides, you packed a razor, didn't you? Oh, no, no, no. What? What can you tell me about Dr. Finch?
Oh, the therapist that works from the motel, right?
Wait for her to continue. But she never does. Her eyes are averted to something hidden by the counter. It looks like she forgot all about you in an instant. And?
And that's it. I have no interest in the man or his profession.
Are you against therapists?
Let's assume the worst first. They know their stuff doesn't work and they're just modern snake oil sellers in it just to drain all your money. Now let's assume the best case scenario. They are good, honest people who want to help others. Then they are just wasters of time.
Lady, you hate therapy.
Hate? Nah. Despise? Yeah. Fact is, you don't need therapy. No one does. First of all, what kind of person are you if you don't know what's wrong with you? Or are you lying to yourself? Or are you so weak that you can't look at yourself and truly see who you are?
Huh.
Second, if you know what's wrong with you, surely all that yapping won't help you none. You have to take action and fix all the shit that's clogging your mind. And the third, the drugs they prescribe, don't even get me started on that.
But you know, some people might need therapy.
Oh, none of my business. If someone thinks they need to have their time and money wasted, go right ahead. And come to think of it, take that Fink of yours. If he was really worth something, wouldn't you think he'd still be working for Coral Destiny getting six-figure regular paychecks?
It's figures. See, the argument is invalid. If he wasn't it for the money, he would still be working for Coral Destiny.
Perhaps he didn't leave out of his own free will. Alex told me Fink was hella nervous before he left the company.
Wait, Alex worked for Coral Destiny?
Yeah, Alex worked for everybody around here. But Destiny's his own personal record, 2 weeks and 4 days.
Wow.
That's what happens when you don't go to work 5 days in a row and you're not the owner or someone indispensable. Listen, I've had enough yapping. Do you want to buy something?
This might come out of the blue, but are you familiar with this email address? She squints, her eyes darting all across your face. The probing ends with a
You look
sigh.
almost normal. I would have never guessed. But since you're here,
She sighs again, this time not from frustration but
when the
resignation.
sun sets,
She stretches her hand towards you like she's giving you the proverbial microphone. I have no idea what you're talking about.
so you don't know the password?
There's confusion in her eyes, then something
You know
breaks.
what? I don't really give a shit. That email's one of my brother's pseudonyms. It was, at least. I'm sure he's using some other equally stupid name.
Can you tell me where to find them? Again, she sizes you up, then
Alex is
frowns.
back at our house, like he's ever anywhere else.
Smart man, never leaving the safety of your own bunker. You sound just like him. No wonder you sought him out. Like draws like, I suppose.
Was there anything else?
Wait, that means Alex, your mysterious email participant, is the metalhead from K Ranch? Keep silent. Go out. the signal. He had an email conversation about it with Alex K, who lives in the old ranch. You already visited? What else? Okay, here we go. It's a relatively harmless way of checking the validity of the time loop. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Can I not do this? Minor bodily alteration. Ugh. No. Find a faster way to enter the ranch. The search leads to the official website of the door's manufacturer. You are greeted with the blurry animation of a door closing, followed by the sound of numerous locks clicking into place. The screen transitions to the home page, which clearly resembles the door from the intro. The logo prominently dominates the upper part of the screen. Along the left side of the screen, 4 distinct locks are arranged in a neat column, each one serving as a button. Tap the classic lock. A key appears and opens the lock, transforming the screen into a supporting FAQ section, which resembles an old-style forum. The interface looks dated with a nostalgia feel, complete with pixelated icons and retro fonts. It uses an old system of threads. One user creates a thread with a question and another can respond. Finding the answers you are looking for might be exhausting. Search. Thousands of results pop up. You better add more keywords. No key card. Escape. It shortens the list. Locked. Finally, the results are filtered down to a few posts, and luckily one of them seems to be relevant. The subject reads, "Need help? Dad keeps getting through a locked door." Open the post. A user named Max86 writes about an issue with her father who is suffering from dementia. They installed the door, whatever this door is, to prevent him from leaving the house unattended. However, he keeps disappearing. This must be Max's thing. Keeps disappearing from the house even though the door is locked and untempered and he has no key card. They even barred the windows on the ground floor, making it impossible for him to leave that way. It can't be. The father refuses to explain how he manages to exit, leaving the family puzzled and seeking help to understand how he gets out without being seen. Technical support offers a generic solution at first. Check the card reader's power source and try turning it off and on again. The original poster answers that they checked it and did a reset on the device, but it keeps happening. Other users join the discussion and post their solutions or ideas. As you read through the pages of the thread, you see that it slowly dissolves into a quagmire of arguing between users, stale memes, bot posts, trolling, and occasional warnings from the administrator. You'd rather not read all of it. Let's check the last page. The last post is from an official support and it marks the issue as resolved, linking to one of the users' posts inside the thread. Let's read it. You come here with a problem and then refuse to listen to hundreds of well-intended pieces of advice posted by both official support and well-meaning users. If none of the suggestions are correct, I say it's clear that your father has superpowers, either flying or teleportation. Well, that's kind of toxic. Perhaps you could search inside the thread for a possible answer and see what people say about it. Let's do basement. The results, I guess nobody thought of that. Upper floor. On page 21 of the thread, you find a post with a suggestion from user Bungie for Life that the father may be jumping through a window on the non-boarded up upper floor. The administrator appears with a reminder that the company is not liable if someone is injured in the process. The original post replies that the window on the upper floor are too high and the father would definitely hurt himself if he tried to jump out.